So anyway, before we wrap up the program today, I understand there is some element of breaking news, and we don't have a lot of details, but another interesting merger is being talked about in the business world that may have a very interesting effect on professional wrestling. Brian, would you care to read briefly what you imparted to me earlier?
Well, Jim, I have an article here, and the headline has been going around. This is from comicbook.com by Timothy Adams. Warner Brothers Discovery and NBC Universal merger could happen in 2024, according to analysts. That obviously would have a pretty significant impact on wrestling.
Tony meet Paul. Paul meet Tony. You guys are now partners. What the fuck? So who is going to eat who? Is NBC Universal the big dog in that merger, or is Warner Brothers Discovery the big dog in that merger?
Here's a little bit from the article. Warner Brothers Discovery may appear to be in disarray from the outside looking in, but a new report claims more upheaval may be on the way for the newly merged company. CEO David Zaslav is still searching for someone to fill DC Films and TV after Dan Lin reportedly turned down the position. Whoever lands the position will be considered the studio's... Well, it's going into stuff you don't need to... Here we go. While Warner Brothers Discoveries continues to slash $50 billion in debt, analysts around Hollywood are speculating that the company could be setting itself up to be sold to NBC Universal. So in terms of a merger, they would be sold to NBC Universal. You would think that puts Comcast in charge.
Oh, in that case, it's going to be, hi, Paul, welcome to the family, and here's Tony. He's going to be providing you with all your job guys.
That's the difference between a merger and a sale. I mean, it sounds like, it says merger in the headline, but if they're saying to be sold to NBC Universal, that's a sale. That's a difference.
And I'm not even talking about how it affects WWE and AEW. That could effectively change the face of all of the wrestling business, because it took us 20 years to get a competitor to Vince that was financed well enough. Unfortunately, he felt like he was a genius and could book the thing himself. That's what's going to be his downfall eventually. But this could hasten that, because who are they going to pick if it's all one company? They're going to pick the company that gives them international ratings around the world and this mega billion-dollar publicly traded fucking conglomerate that's been around for 60 years? Are they going to pick Tony Khan and the Adderall for Lunch bunch over there that's been on the air for 3 years of the side that just got sold rather than the side that did the buying? That could be and then is there going to be any other wrestling promotion ever again in the world that would be able to take Vince on? Which is what I was worried about when I realized that Tony was going to fuck this up. It took us that long to get anybody with the connections and the money to finance the thing. They do it wrong, and we're fucked completely forever. That's been my fear all along. And the first time I talked to Tony Khan on the phone, that's what I flashed in my head. He's going to book this himself, and look who he's in business with, and this is our last chance. And now, even if the product is going to support itself, whatever company ends up on top of this thing may not support the product. And then you're back to a monopoly, and with everybody else so far away, they're not even in the same race.
So then Tony has to buy WWE.
Good luck with Tony jousting with goddamn Disney and whoever else is in, by the time Nick Khan gets finished.
It'd be easier for Tony.
That bidding war.
It would be easier for Tony. He doesn't have to worry about shareholders. Disney does. For Disney to purchase that, there's a whole lot that goes into it. Tony Khan just, has family cash.
You think that old man Khan, what's his name? Shaq Khan.
It's not Shaq.
What?
It's not Shaq. It's not Shaq.
Whatever, Shed Khan, Shed Shaq, whatever he's living in. You think he's going to say, here, Tony, here's $5 billion, buy the WWE?
I'm not saying that's the way it would happen, but I'm saying if they wanted it to happen, they could do that without putting up all their own money. I mean, that's the way finance works. They could certainly get someone to finance that deal. Absolutely, they could. I'm not saying it would be the right thing to do, and I'm not saying I want Tony Khan running WWE, but it's not out of the question they could make it happen if they really wanted to.
You could do it if you really want.
You can make it if you really try.
Well, whatever. Whatever the case. You can do it if you really want, or you can make it if you really try, or you can buy it if you really pay. We'll see. That's not going to happen by next week, though. That's out in the future. That's being bandied about.
You looking forward to Grand Slam?
Oh, I thought you meant my tennis game. If the Acclaimed win the belts, I want to see the pop. And I've got no dog in the fight between Moxley and Danielson because it should be Moxley for business, but then we got to watch more Moxley matches, so I'm ambivalent there. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll surprise us. Now, MJF will be close to home. That could be a very interesting reaction.
Although, remember, and I think he will get a positive reaction because of where, but it is Queens, technically not Long Island.
Ah, you got that. Well, there you go. They got that going for them. But nevertheless, I mean, the people are going to, and here's the thing. Some people are saying, well, people are cheering MJF now. Well, of course they are. Because goddamn, at least he's something fun to look at. They've been starved for the sight of a real talent for a while. But as soon as he gets back in the swing of things, I think that worm will turn. But it's good when he's in New York and the people cheer him because it's like the Bret Hart Canada Bizarro world, blah, blah, blah. And everybody knows people in the New York metropolitan area are a bunch of fucking assholes.
Hey,
so it fits for the rest of the world.
Fuck you.
Hey, you're not in the metropolitan area. You're out in the woods with the bears.
Yeah, you drive like shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know pizza. You don't know anything about New York.
Yeah, I know pizza. I'll see you in Emo's Pizza and raise you some Provel cheese, motherfucker.
Hey, before you, I don't want that Provel. You can keep that for yourself, sir. Sir, I'm going to end on a nice note here.